What is up, my friends? My name is Echothromi, and today I'm back with my third episode of Proven Farming Methods, breaking down different farming methods for Town Halls 8, 9, 10, and 11 that really have been working well for me on my journey in Clash of Clans. Today we're focusing on Town Halls 10 and 11 using mass miner farming. So when you're doing your mass miner farming, you're going to want to have a composition something like what you're seeing on the screen right now. I'm a Town Hall 11, so I'm going to be able to bring along more miners than you will if you're a Town Hall 10, but the strategy is basically the same if you're a Town Hall 10 or a Town Hall 11. First, I'm going to talk about the composition and the spells, then I'm going to show you a couple of replays, and then some live battles that just prove that the strategy works really great. And mass miner is the best for dark farming because this strategy costs 0 in dark. No dark elixir whatsoever to farm with mass miner. And as you can see, as a Town Hall 11, I'm coming through with 42 miners and then a couple of troops for funneling, not a lot, a wizard and 4 archers. They also sometimes will help out cleaning up on the back end. To be honest, guys, most of the time I don't even need to use them. And again, as always, I'm farming in the crystal leagues where I find a ton of loot with not a lot of defense to deal with. Dead bases, low-level bases that have just a ton of loot that have been abandoned, basically. As far as my spell composition goes, as of right now, I'm just going in with heal spells. I'll often go in with a rage spell as well. So as a Town Hall 11, I normally go in with 4 heal spells, 1 rage spell, but I guess I used my rage spell up and didn't have another one cooked. So in this composition, I have 5 heal. No big deal at all. You need those heal spells for the mass miner. If you're going against Inferno Towers that are set on multi, this is golden. You're going to crush that base. In addition, guys, if you're a Town Hall 10, you're only going to have 4 spells. So what I would recommend bringing 3 heal and 1 rage spell. So what I'm going to do right now is go on into my first replay, share it with you guys, break down what I'm looking for in a base, and then we'll move forward from there. Alright, so in this replay here, you'll see I'm a Town Hall 11 going against a Town Hall 10. What I normally do will send in my heroes to kind of funnel down one side of the base, have some defenses target my king while my queen shoots from behind, and then send the miners in on the narrow side of the base. I like to send the miners in a narrow path rather than spreading out going in wide, just so that the heal spells can be dropped in and get as many miners as possible. Notice my Grand Warden, he's being placed in with my miners. I'm going to try and send him in the center of the pack, giving them that buff, and then really using that Eternal Tome ability when they need it. Now, if you're a Town Hall 10, you're not going to have a Grand Warden, so you're just going to do the same thing without using the Grand Warden, and it really works fine. Guys, this is the strategy that I used to completely 100% farm through my Town Hall 10. I was always using Mass Miner. I did use Barch from time to time when I was trying to drop back into Crystal League, but Mass Miner was clutch and was key. So my heroes, they're going around the base. Actually, my queen decided to go through the center of the base as well. She's going to spend some time wall pounding, but my king, I popped his ability. He's going to completely hollow out that right-hand side of the base and allow the miners to stay within, and the heal spells are being dropped. I typically drop heal spells in the center of the base, and that's exactly what I did right here. And actually, in this composition, I had 5 heal spells as well. Seems to have worked out pretty well. You want to get your miners under heal when they're in those heavy fire areas. So in the center of the base, your troops are going to be targeted from all around them, anything that they don't pass through. So it's a good spot to use the heal spells. And check it out here, guys. The great thing about Mass Miner is you often don't need to use all of your spells. Last week we talked about Lunyan, and a lot of times when you're using Lunyan, you have to use every single spell to make the attack work. But with Mass Miner, I only had to use 2 spells. That worked out beautifully, and I got a ton of loot. Look at this loot grab right here. 600,000 gold, 633,000 elixir, and 4,200 dark elixir. Now what I'm going to do, I want to quickly show you guys in the barracks what it costs to cook this up. If I go to my quick train, on the top, the very top, you'll see the cost of this whole composition, assuming you use 4 heal spells and 1 rage spells, or basically 5 big spells. I do bring a poison around, which again, it does cost dark, but I rarely use it because most of the bases I'm attacking don't have clan castle troops. So as you can see, filled up as a Town Hall 11, it's costing me 375,000 elixir and 140 dark elixir, but really 0 dark. So if I don't use 2 heal spells, or if I don't use a rage spell and a heal spell, I'm saving some as well. And as you can see, heal spells cost 25,000. So if I'm not using 2 of them, I'm saving 50,000, and it knocks my cost down to 325,000 elixir. And the more spells you can save, the better off you are. And again, you're not caring about stars, you're caring about grabbing all that loot. But I'm going to get into another replay of another successful raid that brought in some huge loot, kind of breaking it down so that you guys can have the same success as me. Let's go take a peek. So the second attack I have to share with you guys also offers a ton of loot. As you can see, 853 elixir available in this base, which is offering me around 500,000 elixir if I use all of my spells, all of my troops and everything. And you know you're going in with all the troops. I went with my heroes again. They're going to funnel down that southwestern side of the base. At least the king is. The queen, I believe, does a turn over here. Grand Warden is being dropped in with all those miners. I did throw one wizard over in the easternmost corner to funnel out a little bit so those miners would stay together. Now the queen, she's going to turn back over here right where those arrows are, and it's actually okay because she's going to get that Grand Warden's ability. She's going to get the heal spells with the miners and go straight through the base. The king, his ability was popped, and he basically funnels all the way over towards the west, but we got that Grand Warden's ability right there as the miners get themselves into the base. We got a heal spell being used right there, so one heal was dropped, and a second heal is going to be dropped right over here by the bomb towers because a lot of stuff is coming in over there, guys. As you can see, wizard towers, expos, you have wizard towers, and I don't believe there were infernal towers in this. I think, was this a Town Hall 9 we were looking at? No, this is a Town Hall 10, I believe. I'll have to look back. I don't even recall, guys. But either way, it had a ton of loot. Now, we're looking at a Town Hall 10. We got that red double cannon there. And as you can see, only 2 spells were needed to push through this base. I didn't need all 5, which means I saved myself 75,000 elixir. Plus, I picked up so much loot on this raid. Again, guys, funnel down your base, narrow it out so that your miners can go in more of a straight direction, a straight trajectory through the base. Heal them as they go. If you have a Grand Warden, use the ability in that really heavy-duty, high hit point area, and they're just going to rock through that base, guys. And as you can see right here, 564,000 gold, 853,000 elixir, and almost 5,000 dark elixir. I'm going to see if I can pull up one more replay for you guys, and then I'm going to go into a live battle. So the last attack I want to share with you guys is one that I did not get 100% on, but as you can see, I did not have my king. I was going in with just my queen and the Grand Warden, but check out the loot in this base, guys. There was 700,000 gold, 626,000 elixir, and almost 8,000 dark elixir, which is what made me attack it, even though I knew I was going to be a little bit weak. They had their Inferno Towers intact. I didn't have my king, and the base looked decent in strength compared to some of the other things that I ran into in this Crystal League. And as you can see, my miner's pushing through that Inferno Tower. What I basically try to do is power through the base. My queen is coming in behind my miners, trying to get a little bit of that buff right there from the Grand Warden, but she ends up going down to that Wizard Tower. But I have the heal spells, and I was bringing 5 heal spells in this one again. Actually, I think I had a rage as well. So I think it was 4 heal, 1 rage, like I spoke of earlier. But they're pushing through. I'm going to get a lot of the loot, almost all of it, but not 100%. And I have that last heal spell. I don't recall if I used it or not. I think I may have been trying to save that last heal because towards the end there just wasn't enough loot to use it. I could be wrong, though. We'll have to see as this plays out. So you can see my Grand Warden following those miners around. You want to just kind of see where the best place is to drop them in so that they can get that heal if need be. I have a couple of miners they're going on over here. Completely ignoring them at this point because I know they're going to die out to the defenses, but they do go in and slap around a little bit of that elixir collector, getting some loot out of it, possibly taking it down. I don't remember how close they got to that, but they did get a good amount of elixir out of it. Now I have my miners being buffed by the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome ring around him. Actually, not the Eternal Tome, that's his ability, but his ring. And as you can see, the majority of the loot is going to be taken out of this base. I am not going to get that collector. And I do have one archer that I think I place up top and start to pick away some stuff at as well. But basically, guys, we get good loot. We don't get all of it. It doesn't always take a 100% to be profitable and to consider yourself getting a nice raid that you could kind of leave and be happy with. So we're at 85% right here damage, and with 40 something seconds I'm gonna 4 times through the rest of it, because basically it's just this archer doing work on these collectors and the mine up top, getting some good loot out of it, to be honest with you guys. So I'm bringing it down to around 50,000 of each, 35,000 gold, 58,000 elixir that I was not able to grab, but tons of loot I grabbed out of that one. And you know what, guys, it's time for a live attack. Let's go home to the home village right here. Grand Warden, Queen, King, they are up. My camp is ready to go. My spells, they're ready to go. I'm going in with 5 heals. No rage spells in this one. Let's see if I can do it live with you and pull on some solid loot. I'll be back in a second when I find a base worthy of hitting. Alright, so this base is one that I think I'm going to hit. It's not a dead base, but the Eagle Artillery is down, and the Inferno Towers are set on multi so I could heal through them. What I'm going to do is go in with my King and Queen over in the north, and I'm hoping, where's that? I'm hoping that nothing's in the clan castle. We'll have to find out. So here's my King, here's my Queen. I'm going to go in with all the miners over here. I'm going to go in with my Grand Warden behind, 2 more miners along with him, and a wizard on the outside. I'm going to use that Grand Warden's ability when they get closer to that Inferno Tower area. I'm going to go with a heal, pop the abilities of the King and the Queen, and so 1 heal has been dropped. I'm going to go with another heal right over here, and I'm going to pop that ability right there on those miners that were going in on the Inferno Towers. They're being healed up nicely, and this is not normally the kind of base that I go in and attack because it's not the easiest loot to get. I am going to end up using all of my spells on it because, well, there's Inferno Towers, guys, and I have to heal through them. Plus, the base isn't dead. So here we go. I got the 2 more heals dropped into the center of the base. I'm going to be able to get that Dark Elixir. I'm going to be on that other Elixir as well. The Grand Warden still popping through with those miners, helping out a little bit and giving that buff. The miners are right there in on that King, and now on top of the Tesla, beating down on that Eagle Artillery, which is dead. And as you can see, I'm going to go with 1 more heal right here because there's a lot of DPS there. Between the Wizard Towers, the Archer Towers, I really would like to pull out 100% just because it makes me feel better than if I pull out an 89%. And you can't see the percentage because my camera's in the way. It's in the right spot for replays, not in the right spot for live attacks. I'm sorry about that, but it's going to be 100%. And it's going to be a nice profit as well. Gaining some good elixir, gaining some good dark elixir, and gaining some good gold. That's going to be it right there. We're at 98%, 99, and 100. That's how it's done, guys. Funnel down the base so it's narrow. Send the miners in and have the Grand Warden behind. If you have a Grand Warden, heal them along the way in the most devastating areas of the base, and just let it happen. It happens organically. Often you don't fail. I did get a fail on stream. I was doing these attacks for about an hour, and I did have 1 fail because out of the clan castle came a dragon, and my queen was walking around the base. So if you have a clan castle in a live base that has a dragon come out of it, or a balloon, and your queen walks around, unfortunately your attack is going to struggle. So in that case, you want to hope that your queen is going to go through the center of the base with your miners, and then she'll take down the dragon pretty easily if she's there. But if she's not there, well, then you have a problem. So because we're talking about farming attacks, not war attacks, you can't really get any scouts on anything, so you just kind of got to go with what comes out and try your best. Remember, we're not trophy pushing, guys. We are farming, trying to pick up as much loot as possible. So hopefully I was able to share enough tips with you guys here today so you could take this mass miner farming strategy, implement it, and get some huge loot in the Crystal Leagues with the tips that I gave you guys today. Proven farming methods. I want to know if you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Also, throw a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you like these farming videos. I love making this series. I love farming, so it just kind of works out that way. But thanks so much for coming down, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Come on over and follow me on Discord and on Twitter, and I'll see all you back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.